The director advised that it would be difficult to prepare his body for viewing, as his body was already in a noticeable state of decomposition, characterized by advanced skin slippage.
Oh, what?
That was a term I had never heard before.
Talking about freaking
Advanced?
men in black.
There you are, Pete.
Skin slippage.
Is that Leonard?
Oh, there you are, Peter.
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast, coming at you from the Slice on Oak Studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux, the city of Brainerd. With me, as always, is my brother.
Well, Last Kiss. Dave loves that song.
Yup. All right. With me, as always, as well, the councilman, Mr. Gabe Johnson.
Dave, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. Are we ready for some news?
Let's do it.
Let's go straight into the news. Don't tell Scotty. He does weird news.
A New York City man who admitted to smuggling 3 Burmese pythons in his pants through a U.S.-Canadian border crossing was sentenced Wednesday to a year of probation and fined $5,000.
Right to jail, right away.
And all that just so he could make the same joke.
3 times.
It certainly does suck.
He crossed into northern New York with the hidden snakes on a bus from Montreal to New York City on July 15th, 2018. The young adult snakes were hidden in the inner thigh of his pants in snake bags tied to the pants drawstring.
Okay, so any bag is a snack bag if it's got a snake in it.
As long as it's got a cinch.
Yeah, if it has a cinch. Otherwise, it's a snake pouch.
The Queens resident purchased the snakes, which were worth more than $2,500 at a reptile store in Canada. Importation of Burmese pythons is regulated by an international treaty and by U.S. federal regulations, listing them as injurious to human beings.
Injurious.
Injurious.
I mean, they can hurt us.
Oh, I thought they couldn't be on a jury. They're non-compatible on a jury.
They're snakes.
Turns out they don't make good impartial judges.
You can't trust them.
There was a guy that came into the pizzeria last year at some point. He came in a couple of times, and he would talk to me about his reptiles and his snakes and rats and whatever. And then a couple of months later, he came in with this just big-ass cast on his hand.
Oh, what happened?
And I said, oh, yeah, did you get bit by a snake? And he was like, yeah.
How'd you guess?
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a big creature, too. It was like a boa or something. Probably a python. Probably a Burmese python.
Probably. Because he didn't have it in his pants. Yeah, I think it's crazy because there are videos like of people that'll have them in their cages or whatever, and all of a sudden it'll, latch out. One, they're fast.
Yeah?
2, they immediately draw massive amounts of blood.
Oh, yeah.
Like massive amounts of blood.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, I don't even know what you compare it to, but their fangs are fucking huge.
Yeah, but it's not like you wouldn't, I wouldn't think of it. You think of it like as a puncture.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch someone get bit by a snake and they are leaking blood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's freaking wild. They pop up on Instagram.
Put him in his pants.
Well, they were babies.
They were young adults.
Young adults.
Oh, young adults. Okay.
Young adults.
First of all, let's keep the young adults out of our pants.
Jared.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. And pythons get pretty big. So young adult python, to me, still seems like it would be fairly decent size. How big were these Jenkos?
It had to be.
Is that how they got him?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Those are out of
those
style. You're 47 years old.
Those are the only people that still wear them.
I was going to say, that's not uncommon.
No, 42, 42 and 16.
The Burmese python, one of the world's largest snakes, is considered a vulnerable species in its native Asia and is invasive in Florida, where it threatens native animals.
Yeah, they're all over the Everglades.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Well, they're not supposed to be.
Well, I understand that, but like once one gets loose, it's not like up here. Like your brother had the snake that, what did they buy? They bought like a picnic table, at his
Oh,
work,
yeah.
like a picnic table kit from Home Depot, and all of a sudden a big ass snake
Opened the
just-
cardboard box and a big ass snake just jumped out and
What?
ran off into the woods.
And so they're right next to a wetland area. So
Oh,
it just
no.
went into the wetland. And it was like, oh, and then you go, it freezes. That snake didn't survive.
no, he gets 1 year.
You get one of those from Home Depot in Florida. Whole Everglades, nothing but snakes.
Whatever happened with that? Weren't there like alligators or crocodiles in the river here?
Yeah, the old owners of the Safari North place had little alligators that got out, and they did survive. They survived like 2 years.
Yeah.
There was multiple little alligators. I didn't know this. Like alligators do like what turtles do. They just get down in the mud, but they just stick their snout out.
Yeah.
And so their snout is above, breathing.
And then it'll freeze.
Yeah.
And they just chill out.
And they just chill. And they don't hibernate. They just shut down.
It's cold blooded. They
Yeah. It's like I whatever the video I was watching explained what it was, and it basically is the same word as hibernate, I believe. But they're not technically hibernating. They're just
Brewmate.
chilling in the ice. So yeah.
Did we get them?
I don't know. I don't remember.
We don't know.
So,
maybe they've lasted 5 years now.
Yeah.
there's a lot of horror movies that start that way.
Yeah, that's arachnophobia.
Yeah, Ice Gators.
Ice Gators. I thought you said ice skaters.
No, it was
Ice skaters.
I mean, that was the point. You could see the movie poster right now. Gabe, hit up AI for us.
Yeah.
Ice Gators. I want one person off in the distance ice skating, an alligator snout sticking out of the ice. Okay.
Done.
All right. Yeah, that's crazy. 3 of them in his pants.
Yeah.
Got caught. Imagine.
3 young adults in his pants.
It's always from Canada, though. They always try to come
You
down
wouldn't
from
get caught
Canada.
crossing the Mexican border.
No, right now
Yeah.
there's probably all sorts of snakes coming up from Venezuela.
I shall call you Eduardo.
All right. Do we know the nationality of the guy?
I'm guessing he's from New York.
I mean, you're guessing.
Yeah, no, I guess I don't know for
That's
sure.
right. It's not that big of a deal. Next.
He's a Queens resident.
Oh, yeah. So he is from New York.
Sounds like New York.
Yeah.
The Navy eliminated a source of anger and online mockery Wednesday, announcing that it has lifted its ban on sailors keeping their hands in their pockets.
As is, of course, the tradition.
Their own pockets?
Yes.
Okay, hold on now.
So why did the uniform have pockets
Yeah.
if they were not allowed to use them?
Well, you can't keep your hands in your pockets.
You
You
put
can't
'em
just
in.
stand there with your hands in your pockets looking cool.
There's like a. Could you do the thumb thing where your thumb was out? That's. I mean, that's one. You can't conceal anything when your thumb's out.
And you can't masturbate either.
Well, I don't.
What?
They are sailors, Scott.
Why do you think they had to ban it?
Ah. Now I get it.
All them trouser snakes.
How did we not make a trouser snake joke of the last one?
I was waiting for this one.
Oh, I see. All right.
I smelled it coming.
Quote, sailors are authorized to have hands in their pockets when doing so does not compromise safety nor prohibit the proper rendering of honors and courtesies, the Navy said in a statement. The change was largely made at the request of sailors who saw the rule as pointless and irritating. The ban had been in place because the Navy believed that keeping your hands in your pockets detracts from a sailor's military appearance.
That's why.
Oh, yeah. You don't look very military in that sailor uniform. You look like fucking Donald Duck. How dare we detract from your coolness?
Wednesday's announcement also included several other notable changes, some reflecting the growing presence of women in the Navy. Female sailors are now permitted to optionally wear T-shirts specifically designed for female bodies with Navy uniforms.
Sure.
The intent of this policy update is to address expressed dissatisfaction regarding the required wear of male or unisex T-shirts that are not designed to fit female bodies.
Sure, I agree with that.
Good change.
Yeah.
Women can also now wear false eyelashes or eyelash extensions, provided the lashes project a natural appearance and are not longer than 14 millimeters as measured from the
Who's
eyelid
measuring the goddamn
to the
eyelash?
tip of the eyelash.
In the military, so you say that, but in the military, they'll measure everything.
Oh, yeah.
They'll measure everything.
No, I said butt plug. She's heinous.
Huh.
I'm not.
So
not a fan
wrapped
of that
up
one.
in the sure you can put your hands in your pockets is, pretty it up a little.
Also fake eyelashes, and let's see that form.
Yeah. So you can now put your hands back in your pockets, and the girls are going to look a little better.
Well, that makes sense now because it's like, well, now you can cover. No, that's totally my knuckle. That's just my knuckle.
Trapper keepers are now required part of the uniform.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is unfortunate that the Navy sailor uniform is not as cool. I mean, there's a lot of ladies that like a good sailor uniform. You know, there's the whole thing about what do they call it, chore week or whatever, and
Shore leave.
Shore leave, but isn't it like
Chore week?
Isn't it? No, shore.
You said chore. That's chore week.
Well,
you
that
had a
doesn't-
week to just do chores.
It doesn't surprise me if I did say that. Hey, this is a good time to address that. There's so many times when I have to clip our videos and put them on the Danny Masterson. when I say
Matterson.
Danny
Yeah.
Matterson twice. Twice. It's unbonbelievable.
Yeah,
I'm an
I
idiot.
can't correct you every single time.
It's
the
bad.
podcast would be 8 hours long.
Well, it's bad. It's mainly that my mouth doesn't work, but also that my head doesn't work.
I've noticed that you struggle mightily to say the words spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And you say it quite frequently. Spoiler alert. You always say spoiler alert.
All right, we're not going to talk about my brain aneurysms here right now, but the uniform, right?
Yes.
I mean, think about like a green beret. Think about like,
Berets are kind of stupid.
well, not on a green beret, because those dudes, I mean, they got a neck. When you got a neck, you're like, well, we should probably put a little something on the top. It looks kind of penis-y. You know, there's a reason why they went with a hat. There's not everybody else is wearing a hat. We're like, well, the penis necks need a hat. But like, I mean, come on, all the other kinds of uniforms. What I'm looking for is Marine. That's the one I was
Okay.
trying
Yeah.
to get to. And then just the poor sailors. But hands in the pockets. Hands in the pockets. And that should stay just with them. All other branches, no hands, no pockets.
No.
Yeah. All right. Next.
Here's a death-defying twist on the no pants subway ride.
Hold on. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Talk to NBC New York.
Okay. You're right.
And apparently the no pants subway ride is.
I would say
It's a thing.
death, not wearing pants on the subway is death-defying enough.
Well, here's a death-defying twist on the no pants subway ride. Cheeky social media images that outraged MTA officials show 3 subway surfers on top of the number 7 line, including one daredevil who bared his backside as the train was above the Van Wyck Expressway in Queens.
Kind of hot in these rhinos.
Isn't that what you do on the pantsless subway
Yeah.
ride? I mean, you don't have to subway surf, but
I don't know.
They're on top
yeah,
of the subway trains.
I think NBC New York here is trying to connect 2 things here that are wildly different. Riding without your pants on the subway, dangerous. Riding on top of the subway, dangerous. Mooning people while on top of the subway, funny.
The post to X, formerly Twitter,
Yes, formerly Twitter, always.
by an account that bills itself as Transit Workers Against Corruption, purports to show 2 snapshots of X-rated action of men who appear to be having sex.
Oh, okay. I was going to say butts are not X-rated, but okay.
penetration is.
Okay.
It's just fucking on the top of a subway train.
Okay, now now there's a twist. M. Night Shyamalan twist.
What's the death-defying part?
Yeah, hold up. Well, never mind.
No, say it.
Gabe? Never mind.
Oh no!
Next! Just, no, you can continue, but save us quick.
Quote, that's bad. Where's the respect for the children and the women?
No, leave the kids alone.
How dare you leave the women out?
Yeah. And it's dangerous, too.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Said Ventura Plalapuache. There's a name for you. Plalapuache.
put it on the board. Put it on the board.
Okay.
Name of the year's coming up, by the way. Probably in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we
It's
got
almost March.
Yeah, we should probably start announcing that. Name of the year. Any names from the previous year? Actual names from last year's news? Send them over to us. We'll get them on the board. We'll have our episode for that probably the end of March.
Are we going to have that Noah guy on?
I think so. I think you have to because it was big. But I don't know. I think we're just going to call him Noah.
Yeah.
All right, anyways.
Works for me. The MTA could not confirm when the pants dropping stunt atop the number 7 train occurred or whether it impacted subway service.
I don't think it's a stunt. I think it's just people having sex. That's not a stunt.
On top of a moving subway train.
You get it where you can.
But a spokesperson for the transit agency ripped into those who ride in off-limits parts of the transit system. Quote, the only thing dumber than riding on top of a subway train is dropping pants in the process, said Tim Minton, the transit agency's
Hard
communications
disagree.
director.
I think fucking is even dumber.
Well,
Though
once your pants are off.
those reckless clowns aren't thinking about the mess cleaners and other subway workers will have to deal with when their stupid stunt goes tragically wrong.
Oh, okay.
Death defying.
Well, better that than just don't make us clean that up.
Yeah, I think that's fucking hilarious. The spokesperson
Yeah, it's like
said, you motherfuckers don't know what it's going to be like when we have to fucking scrape you off the fucking rails.
Yes.
What's left of you?
Not even just the rails. Like, oof. Like you hit a tunnel.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like. We were talking about what happens when a snake bites you.
Well, you're going out on top.
Points to you. All right.
An MTA spokesperson said that 6 people died while riding recklessly outside of trains in 2023. One more than the total number of such fatalities from 2018 to 2022.
Yeah. Not news. That's not high enough number for anything.
No.
Oh, ooh, 5 and 6. Ooh.
Yep. Don't care.
No. How many were butt fucking? Yeah, all right. Are we done with that one?
Yeah.
Okay, next.
A human leg has been found abandoned on a New York subway track, police said, sparking an investigation into who it once belonged to and how they lost it.
I told you. What a mess. What a mess. Oh, man. That's like following the trail, like when you shoot a deer or something, you got to follow the trail back, the blood to find.
They don't know jack about drilling.
Trains are kind of fucked up.
No details were released about the leg, such as whether it appears to be from a male or female, nor the possible age of its owner.
I've got a guess. Adult male.
Where its hands in its pockets.
Was it a leg?
I like that one.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah. That was all.
Yeah, that's a part of the last part of the last one. I like that. Good combo. Couple good combos today.
Let's see. What is next? Another family claims their loved one was missing organs after dying in an Alabama prison.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Did they die having their organs harvested?
What movie is that from? Like there's whatever's missing. It's some movie where he's pretending to be a doctor and he's like, "Oh, you feel that? Yep, it's right where it should be. It's missing." I can't remember what movie it is. It's like Fletch, like one of those type of movies.
Yeah, it's like a Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Spies Like Us, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. You feel that? Actually, it might be Men in Black. I think it's Men in Black.
In the autopsy.
In the autopsy.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Oh.
Yeah, you are correct.
Okay, you feel that? Where the caloric junction would be? Push it aside. Notice anything strange? Stomach, liver, lungs?
Nope, all fine.
Doctor, they're all missing.
Of course. That's obviously the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, okay. Get to the points though here now. What are the points?
Well, it had to be the prison guards. The inmates wouldn't be able to sell the organs to anybody.
Yeah, I there's a lot of questions.
Maybe it was like a ravenous situation.
Did you watch that?
About 3/4 of it.
Oh,
I still have time to finish it.
Okay.
There were a couple of parts in it that were like, why?
Yeah, that's why.
Why with the Looney Tunes music?
So why we want to talk about that movie?
These guys being chased to be eaten alive by another man, and it's like
talking about the movie Ravenous. I want to throw it into our like best of the 90s, just because I absolutely love that movie. But it might be too bizarre for that.
It's pretty weird.
It's really, really fun.
I remember liking it when I saw it 10, 15 years ago.
I still like it, but it's weird.
It's very weird. It's a lot weirder than I remember it being.
Well, wrap it up. Give me at least 2 hours to watch it.
Okay. All right, we'll get back to that. Yeah, but I mean, is there any details to this, or is just somebody else? Should we just keep an eye on this one?
Yeah, the guy died, and in the autopsy, they started harvesting his organs.
And they're not dead.
Including his brain. And then it was like 2 years later, they were going to have a funeral.
And they don't have
and they wanted a viewing.
Oh.
And the guy said, hold on, what was the word he used? The director advised that it would be difficult to prepare his body for viewing, as his body was already in a noticeable state of decomposition, characterized by advanced skin slippage.
Oh, what?
That was a term I had never heard before.
Talking about freaking
advanced
men in black.
There you are.
Skin slippage.
Hey, your skin is hanging off your bones.
Oh.
Is that leather?
Well, after
So,
2
like, he
years,
donated
though.
his organs when he died?
And it sounds like they just maybe
Or
that's just
just took
something
them.
they do, in prison. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't personally. I don't need the organs back. Like, he died.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to do the shell and put you on display,
Just give me your eyes.
prop you up.
I just want
You
your
got to
eyes.
get the diorama. And you
Well,
don't want skin slippage in the diorama.
Well, after 2 years, I don't want the diorama at all.
It's science.
Who's wanting this diorama? I don't know. 2 years. I wouldn't expect to have any type of viewing after 2 years. That's just
I
me.
might be totally wrong
Okay.
about that, but
All
it
right.
says that he died in November 2021. And the story's just coming out now about how he's missing his brain and other organs.
Well, the math checks out. That was just over 2 years ago.
Nice. I like it. Gotta get that money back somehow. Prison systems are expensive.
Autopsies are standard for inmates who die in prison. Testimony in a January court hearing in Doston's, this other guy's missing heart case, revealed that some inmates' bodies are sent to UAB for autopsies, while others are sent to the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences.
Okay.
Drake said her daughter called UAB after the discovery of her father's missing organs, but was never able to talk to anyone with the pathology department. We were never provided an explanation of where his organs are.
I don't think it's that weird, actually.
I think they probably got exploded.
I'm guessing they're on Facebook Marketplace right now.
Right now.
They're on their way to Ohio.
Right now. Yeah.
To Tom's basement.
Tom's Basement Emporium. Jars and jars and jars.
It's mostly 5 gallon, 5 gallon buckets.
Just loose, open buckets.
loose.
Yeah, very loose.
Loose skin.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I weird that I don't think that that's weird? Because I feel like if you die in prison, they have to do an autopsy, and probably an extensive one for legal purposes, right? I don't like the idea that they're just casting these aside, but at the same time, like I don't have, I don't know, like organs to me, that's not like the part that it's like you died.
Organ, but how did he die?
Well,
was it?
I want to know that
punctured kidney.
Well, I want to know that
he lost the kidney.
I want to know that.
But autopsies are pretty common outside of prison, even.
Yeah,
I've never heard of organs just disappearing.
This is prison.
This is
Alabama prison. I guess that's the part that I like. This doesn't surprise me at all. Somebody's got to make a quick buck somewhere. So I feel bad. I do. I feel bad. Well, kind of. Yeah. I feel bad. I feel bad.
All right.
Yep.
A controversial business looking to open in Atkinson, New Hampshire, has been denied a zoning permit by the town.
All right, I like this.
The owner of an adult diaper spa will not be allowed to operate the business out of her home.
Jesus Christ. You are all weirdos.
So when I first read that, I was like, an adult diaper spa? Like, is this for like old people?
No.
And then the next sentence is, the spa was going to cater to adults who wear diapers and act like children.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was not where that was not the first place my mind went. I was like,
I was right
everybody
there.
else did. Apparently, I'm not privy to the adult diaper fetish.
As soon as Dave gave the face palm,
Even my wife, I read that to my wife the same way, and she was like, "Oh no, for the fetish people." I was like, "Am I the only one who doesn't know about this?"
Evidently, I don't know why in the house was the part that threw me for a loop. It was like because somehow to me it was like, "Oh, she wants to do it in a coffee shop." It's like, "Well, that's weird." And they're like, "No, she wants to do it at her home." I was like, "Well, that's not a business."
Right.
That's just you
You're
and
not
your
baking
friends.
bread.
That's you and your friends. A cafe, she called it?
Spa.
Okay, spa.
Adult diaper spa.
No, I thought
that's not allowed in a residential zoning district. It's just not.
absolutely.
It's
Well, I
just not.
mean, not as a business, but if you want to throw adult diaper parties, by all means, right?
Sell a cup for $5 or what?
Well, I think
What's the cup for?
what's the spa part of this? Because like for some reason, again, things that I'm gonna get a little bit, split hairs a little bit. People sitting around in diapers drinking coffee to me was like, well, yeah, that's weird. But like a spa, it's like, well, now you got to get in a diaper to get a massage. What's the fucking point? I don't
think babies like massages.
No, I don't get how are the two compatible? Are the people giving you the massage in the diaper? Because I don't think so. I don't think the people that are into adults in diapers are into other people in adults in diapers.
No.
They're into themselves in adults in diapers.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the spa?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not a spa. Let's just go ahead and say it's not a spa. There's no way.
Adult.
Unbelievable. I'm a little surprised that you're not aware of.
I think I've seen that episode of CSI.
Okay. Oh. Well, if there is a thing,
it was on CSI.
Huh. Yeah, why are people so weird? And if you've got a business plan, like if you think this is a thing, it's going to be a thing, then you need to just go get the loan and just stick your neck out there and just put it right on Main Street. Don't be hiding it.
Yeah.
Don't be hiding it
right?
in your home. Go right on after it. This isn't you making Etsy cups. You know,
this is you changing diapers in a spa-like setting.
It's not a spa. It's not. I don't. Oh.
That's a little steamed towel.
For what though? For your
comfort.
Okay. All right. I suppose. Now, anyways. Moving on.
Residents spoke out against the proposed opening, citing concerns over traffic.
Where are they going to park?
And property values.
Well, yeah.
There was also fears about what clientele would be showing up at the spa.
Men in diapers.
Yeah.
I think that one's pretty self-explanatory.
You know exactly who's showing up.
Yeah. And most of them will show up in a suit first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Always in a suit.
Yeah, that was the question Angie was asking.
Oh, always.
Do they show up in uniform?
No, they show up in a suit.
Yeah.
Because they are a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
You got a briefcase. They want you to know that I am a
I mean business.
I mean business. Yeah.
Change me.
Man, there are some weird people out there.
Yeah, one tried to open an adult diaper spa.
That person's less weird. That's just again, you see a lane in the market.
There's not a lot of adult fetish diaper changing businesses in this town.
Yeah. And how do you know you're ready to go into business for that? Just you had a couple trial runs at home.
So the one article I had was just like 4 sentences long, and then Angie was reading a little bit more, and it turns out this lady was like she was like a psychiatrist or something, and then had some sex something or other.
Had some sex
something or other.
I was gonna say had some sex with some of her patients is what it sounds like.
Yes.
That's called malpractice.
A board-certified integrative medicine physician and sexologist.
Oh, God.
Murphy settled in Atkinson in 2022. The home-based spa was a recent addition.
Again, not a spa. It's just prostitution. It's not a spa. Anyways.
Working in and out of high-stress hospital settings led to burnout and fatigue, and Murphy eventually began focusing on sex and relationship coaching with an emphasis on overlooked populations, including ABDL, or adult baby diaper lovers.
Well, see you later.
They got their own acronym.
I'd come up with a better name. I'd get any sexual thing. Get the baby out of there. You don't want it in. You don't want it in the name.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Get it out of the
name. Quote, this led me to find a community of people who had varied needs to wear diapers, whether they were physical or emotional, such as vets wounded in combat with incontinence, people with progressive and congenital musculoskeletal conditions, and victims of trauma and abuse, she explained. The void of care was there, and I sought a meaningful way to fulfill it.
Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. She's writing that on grants, too. Someone's giving her a grant.
Yep.
For sure. Unbelievable. All right. You got one more, or is this what we're ending on? Are we ending on diapers? Get the fuck out of here.
Let's see what else we got.
Give me one more. I don't want to end on adult diapers. You sucked the energy right out of the room with that one. Holy shit. Literally.
Let's see.
I don't think I could ever get into a fetish where someone cleans up my shit. Like, I don't want it. Maybe this is too much. Maybe we've finally reached the too much part of the podcast.
Have we covered Vince McMahon?
Yeah, we did.
All right, so we're not too much. Just me. I just don't think that my fetish would ever be like, hey, clean that up.
Finish your job.
And again, I stand corrected. We have not reached the edge of the podcast. For half a second, I thought, maybe I should delete that comment. No, let it ride. All right, you got like 2 minutes here. Let's go.
This one's not 2 minutes long, but have you heard about the Billionaire's survivalist bunkers?
Yes.
That they're starting to make.
Yeah. Too many of them are making them.
It says they go absolutely bonkers with fiery moats and water cannons.
On the outside? Not in the bunker, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, on the outside, yeah.
And so the 1%ers who can afford to pull out all the stops for self-preservation are doing so more than ever, often in a fashion that goes way beyond the submerged corrugated metal units seen on reality shows like Nat Geo's Doomsday Preppers.
Good show.
Aiming to protect themselves from potential threats, including civil unrest, cyber attacks, nuclear bombing, power grid failure, and drastic climate change events, many work directly with general contractors to build kitted out, end-timed bunkers, while others call on a handful of specialized companies.
Yeah.
Like, how long would Mark Zuckerberg last in a bunker? Like, did you see that video of him trying to get a T-shirt and pass it over to the next guy? He can't grab a T-shirt.
Well, he was just trying to be a part of the team. It was at the UFC event, so he's a part of the team.
Okay,
he's a part of the entourage for the UFC, and they're just handing things. And there's a T-shirt being handed, and he tries to be involved in it, but he can't because it's impossible for him to interact with human beings. So his hands go with the T-shirt, but never touch the T-shirt.
Yeah.
And then
nods.
And then he nods like, I did something. It is.
He was using the force.
It is as no. He's using something, and
it's called marijuana.
Sweet guys. Yeah, I don't. But I saw it's weird to me that I saw a thing on the internet. It was like, oh, this is Mark Zuckerberg. So it's like, there's no fucking way he's letting you know what it looks like.
He wouldn't give the plans out.
Yeah, he didn't give him the plans out. But it was, we're talking like multi-level, like 7 layers deep bowling.
Yeah, they're evil underground bunkers.
Yeah, I think they're probably literally building the hive from the first Resident Evil movie.
Yeah.
That's immediately what I thought of.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Billionaire's going to billionaire,
Well, right. The thing is, one billionaire thought of it, and all of the other billionaires
That's exactly right.
I'm going to make a cooler one.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You know, they got to have it, and you've got all the money in the world. But that brings me to an interesting concept. I just watched a video where this lady is like renovating this old house that is destroyed. I mean, she got it for nothing because this is not a house anymore. It is rotten. It's disgusting, but it's a beautiful house from like the 50s and 60s. Big house, pool, everything. It's really fucking cool. This would be a multi-million-dollar home now, and it's just disgusting. The roof has been failed for probably 10 years, so everything inside is just disgusting and gone. That's what's going to happen to these. Like the Billionaire is going to move on because this is a fad where they'll probably never even go in the damn thing.
Nope.
So you're going to have moats and fire pits and like freaking booby traps. There are going to be, in 15 to 20 years, there are going to be abandoned booby trapped billionaire fucking layers that people are going to be urban exploring. Mm-hmm. That's fucking awesome.
Can't wait.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I am super excited. Not for this, because I don't give a shit. Billionaires spend all the money you want. I mean, I do care. It's kind of cool. But it's way cooler that they're not gonna give a shit in
they're never going to be used.
No, they'll never be used. It's just gonna be these abandoned things that are to keep you out. If I see a sport coming on. Billionaire bunkers.
Bunker busters.
Keep going though. What do we got?
So the founder of the Del Mar, California-based Vivos, which creates underground survival shelters, said that now that Zuckerberg has let the cat out of the bag, that's got other people who share his status or are near his status starting to think, oh God, if he's doing that, maybe he knows something that I don't. Maybe I should seek this out myself.
And mine's going to be really cool. Mine's going to have an Indiana Jones rock.
It's going to have blackjack and hookers.
Didn't we have a house with an Indiana Jones rock?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it was like, was it a bathtub?
Yeah, it was it was a bathtub that moved out of the way or something. How did it work? I don't know. We had it was a bath, whatever it was. We had a big thing coming down the hill.
Right. And a shotgun tied to a chair.
Yeah, that was the best one, to a wheelchair.
Other moguls enamored by bunkers include billionaire and former PayPal CEO Peter Thiel,
whose attempts already doesn't have one.
Whose attempts to build one in New Zealand were nixed in 2022.
Oh, okay.
And Bill Gates, who is rumored to have underground security areas under every one of his homes.
Yeah, of course he does. Yeah,
that's where he brings the kids.
Good to know. That's what I was going to say. We know what's going on there. Bill Clinton's still down there.
He's lost.
Yeah, he can't find his way out.
That'll be the best part of in 20 years. Who can find Bill Clinton?
Well, did he come or what?
And you know somebody's going to come across somebody that's just living in one. Like you're going to think it's abandoned, and all of a sudden you're going to get down there. It ain't going to be the billionaire.
No, it's going to be Chris Elliott.
That's exactly who it's going to be. Hey guys,
who's Chris Elliott?
Cabin boy, flipping. He's the guy that gets all freaking warded up on.
They put him on the raft behind them.
There's something about Mary. He's the baby batter, buddy.
Is that the
mayor
the strong hand guy from Scary Movie 2?
Yes. Perfect. That's exactly who it's going to be. Hey, I wonder when you guys were going to show up. Things finally went to shit up there, huh? All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. I love that. We can keep an eye on that because I want to see where that goes because it's absolutely correct. Because eventually they're going to want to show you. It's going to be MTV Cribs as well because they don't just do things to do them. Right?
No, they need the attention.
Yeah, a normal person would never tell you what he's built. Like they are eventually going to tell us, and then they're absolutely going to lose interest in them, and that's when things are going to get real fun. I am actually excited for that because I love the urban exploring. I think that stuff's fascinating. And how quickly things deteriorate is absolutely fascinating to me. But you'd think that for a billionaire, like it's going to be pretty well preserved.
You would think, but water doesn't give a fuck.
No, water does not give a fuck. Not one. Yeah, it'll be exciting. I'm actually super excited for that. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. Scotty?
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Word.
Worried about you. Worried about you just a little bit, but thank God your wife's there to keep you on track. Gabriel Johnson.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah. So next week, Kevin Yeager is going to be here. We are going to be going through the movies of the 90s. List so far includes some really fun ones. Starship Troopers is back in the news, so make sure you guys watch that because that's
people are getting mad.
Well, yeah, people are getting mad, but there's also a movie or a game called Helldiver 2 that people are comparing to it. So like that got it going, and then people were like, Starship Troopers, and it's just now everywhere. So we're definitely going to talk about that because I love that movie.
Starship Troopers. People are saying basically Starship Troopers is if the humans were the good guys in Avatar.
Yeah.
So they just show up and kill everybody and take what they want.
No, Starship Troopers is faux Nazi propaganda.
Yes. People don't seem to understand what's going on. Anyways, but check out that. Check out, obviously, Fargo we'll talk about again. Check out any movie from the 90s. And let us know as well what you might want us to take a gander at for next episode. And then, of course, we'll be right back at the Be Kind Rewinds for the 2000s here in a little bit. And we've got a draft coming up as well. So we'll be hitting that as well. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. I completely forgot what I was supposed to say at the end.
Yeah, you were about to say stay tuned again.
I was supposed to say stay tuned again. I got to go.